My name is Miguel Palma. I started to build this piece at Montalvo Art Center. During 3 months I was at Montalvo Art Center and I built this sculpture to show in this gallery at San Jose State, Natalie James Thompson Gallery. And this piece is about traveling. It's a disc, kind of a LP with 8 feet diameters that is turning around, is moving, and on the top of the piece there is a camera, small camera, that films all the time this slow motion thing, kind of a traveling, loop traveling, and through this camera we project on that wall the image that we can see from the top of the piece. I built this piece with adding enormous quantity of elements. It became quite dense and probably a little chaotic, but through the video the image became much more simple, and you can understand better the complexity of this work. That's about that. That's a loop, a physical loop of LP, record LP. There is different elements like objects related with war, with different subjects, even with man on the moon, with life, with death, with superheroes. I was not so interested to have only a subject. And for me, the most important thing is the image that we see on that wall. The work calls "In Image We Trust," and that's about that. That's about image. My name is Miguel Palma, and I'd like to talk to you about Pleura, a piece that I made in 2008 or 9, I'm not sure. But I built that piece to an hospital. It was an hospital in the north of Portugal, in Porto. And it's about breathing, it's about the relation that we have with our fragility, and inside that piece, that transparent piece, I built a hospital. It's like a hospital inside of our lungs, and each time the piece breathed, the hospital became bigger, and again when the ventilator sucks the air, the hospital goes to the bottom of the piece. It's about that relation, about life, about fragility, about breathing. I'd like to talk to you about another work. This piece is called solar panels, and I use solar panels to put a racing car. It's one of those Formula cars that they use gasoline, but instead of that I use some drills, those normal DeWalt drills or Milwaukee, whatever, and they work connected to those solar panels. And I show these in the gallery, and when the sun just passed through those solar panels, the car starts to run like a kind of a green car. I use this racing car because I felt that it could be more interesting to show this paradox between a racing car and those ecological concerns. Okay, osmosis was a piece that I developed a couple of years ago with a biologist, and the idea was to have two fishes living together, two different fishes, one from saltwater and another one from freshwater, but it's impossible to maintain those fishes together, of course, and there is a third aquarium that has a system of osmosis process and is always taking salt and adding salt. It's a kind of a compensation thing, but in the end they live in the same system. The water becomes the same after a couple of weeks.